We welcome you back to 12th Man Studios and The Beat. Texas A&M football quite busy these days. On Thursday, it's Pro Day. Friday, under the lights, you have Friday Night Lights at Kyle Field. And then next week, April 8th, the spring game. So it's a good time to catch up with one of their coaches. And we have the man in charge of the wide receivers with us, and that is Aaron Moorehead. Coach, thanks for the time.
I appreciate you having me, as always. Just exciting times, and we're right in the thick of it. And it's kind of different stages for different folks in the program, but that's a good thing. You know, that's what this time of year is all about.
If we try to keep it all in order, Pro Day's first. That's Thursday. You got some guys competing at your position, and it feels like one of them, Josh Reynolds, is really rising up people's boards.
Yeah, I think Josh was a guy that's done such a good job over his time here of making a lot of plays. I don't think that's a surprise to too many Aggies what Josh is doing, but I think he's really caught some national attention. He's not a flashy guy. He's not going to be out there kind of pounding his chest, look at me, me, me. Well, sometimes at the receiver position, that's what it takes to get a little bit of that national recognition, Sports Center and all those different things. But Josh has quietly gone about his business for 3 years and made a ton of plays here. And I think the NFL scouts and the owners and the GMs are starting to take notice of what a special player he can be.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've also got other guys, Ricky Seals-Jones, Speedy Noyle out there. How do you feel about their chances come draft day?
I think those guys are going to be in great shape. You know, they've all worked really hard. They've been here working out for the last week or so with Trevor, getting their timing together. Speedy looks great. He's been doing a good job. And Ricky, again, is probably going to be moving to more of a tight end type role at the next level, and he's been working hard at that where he's been training. And he did some more wide receiver stuff at the Combine, and now he'll do more tight end stuff at Pro Day. And just looking forward to see him progress as a young player and kind of see where he can find his niche in the NFL. But really excited about those guys and where they are right now. From
Pro Day, you go to the next evening, Friday Night Lights at Kyle Field. What do you look forward to with that event?
Well, obviously we have a lot of people that'll come into the stands and be able to fill it, and that ought to be really fun, kind of having some more the public there and have the students there and have all those guys there. And then obviously it's a big recruiting event for us. We'll have a bunch of recruits in town. And then, with our young receiving core, just having those guys out there competing. Now it's not just in Kyle Field for practice, but it's Kyle Field with 15, 20,000 people out there. Now there's a little bit of a crowd. Let's see what you can do with a little bit of pressure on you.
We threw out the names earlier, Josh Reynolds, Ricky Seals-Jones, Speedy Noyle, all competing for their draft day. Well, that means they're not on your roster anymore.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of lack of experience at the receiving core. Any concerns for you at this point with that?
Well, no. I mean, those guys, that's what we recruited them for. You recruited them to come in here and make plays. And, you lose Boone, you lose Jeremy Tavoyo, lose Ed Pope. I mean, you lost a lot of guys over the last couple of years that had experience, which is great. That's why that next group's here. And we've got some young guys that just came fresh out of high school, Jamon Osborne and Hezekiah Jones, that are doing a great job. And, obviously the guys that have been here now for a year that redshirted, and Courtney Davis and Kendrick Rogers and Clyde Chris, and that group right there is doing a good job. And Kirk Merritt, who transferred from Oregon, and obviously your bell cow and Christian Kirk, who's done a great job of leading this group through spring practice. But we've got some experienced guys. We've got some guys that have been making plays. We just need to continue to develop, that rhythm and timing with the quarterbacks and the consistency that comes with, just the experience at the position.
And you mentioned C. Kirk as the leader. Is that the right guy that college kids need to follow? Because we hear with him all the time, work ethic, and that's what he's about.
Yeah, and he's selfless, and that's when you're looking at in college football. Christian knows we're going to get him the football, but he also knows if he's out there blocking, if he's out there running a clear out for a guy on the outside and it opens it up, that helps his game, because then now they can't just strictly focus on him. If the running backs and the offensive line are doing their thing and we're running the football, that's a good thing for him. So Christian's just been a great offensive leader for us. I mean, Trevor Knight was a phenomenal leader. Everybody understands that. Everybody knows that. We needed Christian to step up in that role, and he's done a great job this spring, and he'll continue to throughout the end of the spring once practice is over, and then through summer workouts. And obviously we're going to need him big time when it comes to fall camp in the season next year.
All right, Coach. Once again, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Will.
Aaron Moorehead, our wide receivers coach here at Texas A&M. It all leads the Aggies to April 8th and the playing of the spring game at Kyle.